devastated.
Yes,
You wanna record Con, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I got it, don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
And please, go at it. I don't mind.
Well, don't imagine.
Okay, so
Unload.
when is this taking place? This will not have taken place before you got admin access, I don't think.
So
Yeah.
after that, then.
Or after. I meant after. I apologize.
Okay,
So
sorry.
like, cause what? Did
You got a little bit of respect in Hana's eyes.
Okay, cool.
He wouldn't bully
Because
you so
you-
much.
Yeah, you actually did what he didn't expect you to do. He didn't expect you to ever bring up admin pros. Like, he knew you probably wanted it, but he didn't expect you to ever ask for it.
Mm-hmm. So, in that case,
Before
then. That's okay, I had something
Like-
I wanted to talk to Hannah about then. Let me go find it.
Interesting. Okay. So, I'm trying to think. What is this after then? Is this after the initial,
Let's say-
haul?
It could be after the initial thing.
Let's say this is... Yeah... Never mind.
It could be like after.
Well, whenever
Or,
you need it to be, Con. Whenever
or-
you need it to be.
It could be during when Finn is working on the robot, and he's like, is gonna probably come. He's looking for Hannah. Like, hey, can you double check this for me? And he's like, oh, I'm being shit talked.
Hang on, where did I put what I wanted to talk to you about? Hey.
Oh, you write this stuff down too? That makes me really happy.
Just so
I
I,
have
don't
like a
forget.
paper here.
Yeah. I've got like a little mini whiteboard. I'm just... Where did I put it? I forgot, because
Here
it
we
was
go.
something from this session. Never mind, I'll talk to him about something from last session instead.
Well, if you want to find it, I don't worry. Take your time.
Nah, fuck it. I'll talk to you about that later on. That can happen after you've gained a tiny mite of respect for Finn.
Okay. Very well.
Hey, Doc.
When is this taking place? Are we doing first thing or during robot?
So it's also like this conflicts a little bit
let's go for during robot.
because if he snaps, this will conflict with the robot thing.
That's okay. We can just bully you softly
Well, wait.
so you don't.
Gentle edits can always be made, and we can always move when that takes place.
Mm-hmm.
So
all good.
the future is fluid.
Yes, mutable.
Yes.
Open to influence.
So during the robot, okay. Then yeah, we can have it so that it's in the workshop and Finn's not there yet.
Sure.
Maybe.
Sounds good.
Okay. Do you mind if I gently move Finn, Cal?
Scoot.
Go for it.
Skeet.
Goodbye. He's outside now.
You just banish him to space.
Out the airlock with you. So you probably see Hana in there, and he's hauled up these fuck off turrets onto like the table.
Oh yeah. Yep, there it is. Here we go. You look pretty happy with yourself there.
I am quite excited with the prospect of what this could mean.
For yourself? For the ship?
And for the science sake right now, I need to study them. After all, it is Terran tech.
After all, it is Terran tech.
However, what they're capable of, it's far more of a suppressant fire than it is a damaging one, you see, so that it could easily be, I think, outfitted to do something much less fatal, but more oppressive.
You think you can manage to fuck around with those guns enough that the Terrans won't be able to kill you with them?
Well, the Terrans that own them are 500 years dead.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I digress. He just sits up from where he's sitting and probably spits his chew into the garbage can. How can I help you?
Oh, no, I was actually looking for the other guy, but... Hey, you're here. Let's talk.
Very well.
Man.
What were your thoughts of the...
No. Keep on going.
No, by all means, please continue.
I don't have a thought in my head. You're the one with all the big thinkers going on. Tell me what you got happening in there right now.
Well, currently, he looks back. You just heard the small summary of it. However, I would love to go into detail about it, but I wouldn't want to bore you if you are busy.
Waves his hand. You think I look busy?
No, actually, you look completely undeterred. Where did your little one go?
She's otherwise occupied.
Is there any future concerns of her wandering into this haven? Should I lock the door?
Actually, yeah. I wouldn't mind if you would, well, I would appreciate it if you could keep her out of this while you're working on Terran shit.
Would be my pleasure.
Thank you very much.
I'm just as disinterested in her presence within this facility, he motions to the workshop, as you are. It's not a safe environment, for one, and for two, she doesn't know how to keep her hands to herself.
You trained her well.
Trained her to do that.
Well, not formally, but you pick things up.
I see. The environment.
There you go. Now you're getting it. What? Wasn't it the same for you? Growing up all stuck in that, what do they call it? One of them...
Education system?
Yeah, those things.
It did not train me to be handsy, no. In fact, it trained me to have a large, useful skill set.
What I meant was, didn't you pick things up from your environment? Babies don't usually come out the womb spitting Shakespeare.
How can you just say lines like that and expect me to keep a straight face?
Do it! Do it, coward!
No, because the problem is that Johanna can be so dry sometimes that he just doesn't come. He takes it so literally. No, in fact, they do not, though they could probably genetically be modified to do so if it was no longer illegal.
Ram just sighs and slumps against the wall.
I'm quite surprised you know that reference.
I know my classics. Should I not? What? Think it's beneath me? Think I'm too dumb?
These are very loaded questions, Ram. Are you sure you want an answer?
Are you sure you want to give me one, Mr. I appreciate everybody working together on board this ship?
I do appreciate everyone working together, but I also appreciate when someone gives me an honest observation upon my character, if asked.
Alright.
However, I do not ask others because I don't care.
I like your attitude. Give me what you got.
If I'm completely honest with you, I believe you do have quite a bit of intelligence in that brain of yours. You've shown several times to be capable both with strategy and just general managing. You just made a Shakespeare reference. That is, 1,000 years old, if not more. Many people don't even know who that is. So, call me impressed on your historics. However, furthermore on your character, I think you are a bit of a... No, let's not put this gently.
He makes a go on gesture.
You're a bit of a brute.
Wait, is that it?
Well, I mean, I'm sure you were expected such, but your handling of the dead and your inclination towards... Not inclination, sorry, he'd say your talent towards violence to me is telling.
What does it tell you? What do you get from the way I treat things that you wouldn't get from the way I don't?
Fine. To me, I find that you do not care. That you are prone towards violence, a thing of which indicates lower intelligence, as you haven't grown past being able to handle issues without it. However, most of the universe is that way, so I can't fault you for being much like your peers. However, furthermore, it does support the evidence I saw beforehand, your origins. I can't say I'm surprised, if not just disappointed.
You said before, Mac's a product of her environment, right? You're the same. You're one of those halos. You're a product of your environment. You feel such a great repulsion for violence because you have the privilege of not needing to be involved in violence, of not having to grow up in an environment where violence is common every day, a necessity, a way of life. But that doesn't mean that everybody gets the same privileges, Hannah. You're very lucky, Doc.
I wish I could say I was. However, that's where assumptions are tricky. I never said that my origins were free of violence.
You're Halo, though.
I am. And I've committed no such thing. But I have experienced many things in my life. And I can promise you that the assumption you have is not correct in my circumstance. Early childhood, perhaps you are correct. Halo society tends to detest violence, but it does not encapsulate the later years.
In that case, I stand corrected. But either way, I guess I should correct you on something else.
It would be appreciated. He motions for you to continue.
You think I don't care about what, the dead, right?
That is my hypothesis.
Well, we can't say you're wrong, but put it another way. I care more about the living. And if chucking a dead body around a corner can keep you guys safer for longer, I'll do it. You gotta use what's at hand in a situation where you don't know what's coming at you.
I see. You said that you, or implied, I should say, are a product of your origins. Would you be willing to elaborate?
Sure, why not? Seems a day for sharing. God, I wish I had a drink.
He reaches into his desk, pulls out alcohol. Donk.
You know, Mindy mentioned that they didn't keep alcohol in here because of you. Wonder what they'd think if they saw this.
They would think I found alcohol. He finds a plastic cup. It's not for drinking, usually for me. He puts it down.
Just to grease the wheels.
Particularly, or if I need something strong enough proof to start a fire. That's filling up the glass. How much do you want?
Give me a couple fingers.
He looks confused.
A shot, Doc, a shot.
Ah. Does that.
Don't
Slides it
drink
over.
often, huh? Picks it up.
Not terribly so, no. He says like he has a water bottle, he opens it up and just pours some in there and shakes it in with the water.
Ram looks absolutely appalled, but he holds up his glass, he's like, cheers, and knocks it back.
Cheers.
Do you want to know about my origins? What's that mean in particular?
Suppose I'm not sure.
I mean,
Simply where I stand corrected, I suppose. What brings one to value life more than death? That serve upon a raider ship.
well,
A profound one at that.
a profound raidership? I don't think you've ever seen
Profound
one.
enough. I've heard of it.
Well, circumstances aren't always forgiving at the best of times. And doesn't mean... Listen, I think you're operating under a bit of a misunderstanding. Not every raider is gonna be... Well, I can't say we weren't terrible in our own way. But... I'm not the only one on that ship who valued the quality of human life over death. I probably wouldn't even be here if they didn't feel that way.
Is that so?
I am a product of my environment in the way that Acadians, as a rule, are made for war, born for war, built for war. We grow up, whether we are spat out of a vat or yanked out of a womb, or however we come into the world, surrounded with the expectation that we are warriors, we are going to fight, and we're going to fall. Thousands of us at a time, expendable. He licks the rim of a glass, like chasing last bits of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't appreciate that, so I left. Dishonorable discharge, whatever you want to call it.
You were enlisted.
Most of us are.
I wasn't aware it continued after the war.
Not as a rule, but as a practice, tradition. Sure. They don't force you in there, they don't force you back, but they don't let you hang around either. So, I went, but we're made for war, Doc, so the violence is there. Raider work was easy after I fell into it, I guess you could say. It was something good to do. Kept me traveling. Kept things going. Kept the people who kept me alive and fed. So... shrugs. You gotta do what you gotta do. Or... you do what you find yourself doing.
Not. I see. Did it ever bother you?
What?
What you had to do? your necessities.
I consider myself pretty lucky. The things that bothered me about my work, easy enough to put behind you when you're light years away the next morning. We've all got regrets, Doc. But I'm sure you've got some of your own.
He nods.
Besides, best thing for a bit of bother is a bit of a break. And I've been...
Which is what this is.
Exactly. I've been on break for the past, 5-6 years. I could say I'm pretty fucking relaxed right now. How about you?
In terms of being on break, relaxed, or origins?
How does someone so distinguished end up out here?
Bad decisions. Many, many bad decisions.
Did it ever bother you?
What I did?
Or what was done?
Absolutely. I don't think a day goes by where it doesn't. Are you familiar with the term... He stops for a second. He shuts down Robbie.
Where I'm like, no!
He returns to where he was. Are you familiar with the term broken halo?
Can't say I haven't heard of it, but he's frowning a bit. Why?
You know what it means. There's a halo who is not opposed to and readily commits violence, often banished or ostracized from their homeworld.
I'm aware. Yes. But Doc. You can't go home.
Yeah. It would be a very poor decision for me too. Not one that I think I would survive.
Puts the... clinks the glass down on the ground. Which side exactly do you fall on? The not opposed to or readily commits?
I despise violence in all forms. I think that, and as we previously discussed, resolution through violence, in relation to two human beings, is a ready sign of Neanderthals, of those who haven't evolved past the ability to realize you can solve these things without hurting another. It is uncommon to be able to, but in an ideal place, if others could evolve like we did on Halo, we could see a much better tomorrow. So I suppose you could say I fall on the side of not broken, but others would disagree, I think.
Did you do anything in particular to incite that disagreement?
My occupation of choice is questionable. I make tools of war. Some could see it as doing the deed myself through others.
I think we've had this conversation.
We're going back to where we've been before. Point being, I don't like the consequences of what I create things and people use them. We've talked about that.
We have. But
others are aware that I create things. And that is seen as inappropriate for such a Halo to do.
Others are aware.
Broken. Some are. Not all. I haven't been to my home world in a very, very long time, Yushi.
Doc.
Yes.
A Halo who makes weapons is a very valuable thing.
I'm aware. Most Halos in general are very valuable things.
You're right about that.
And Ram, if you want to roll an attention?
Yeah, let me just, straight attention?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what the general empathy roll is for this, so let's just go with that.
Gut feeling, maybe?
Oh yeah, maybe, like a...
Well, I don't know why I said that, it's way worse.
Well then just go straight attention. Do your higher dice.
Yeah. 2.
You watch as he says that his face kind of twitches up in a way like when you smell something bad.
Oh boy. What was the last thing he said?
Halos are very what is it? They're very valuable.
Mm-hmm. Ram raises an eyebrow. I can assume you've had some experience being valued.
Suppose you could say that, yes.
Do you think, perhaps, never mind.
That makes 2 of us that held back our sentences there. Perhaps this is a conversation best meant for another time.
Perhaps. One day. You tell me what you were thinking. I'll tell you what I was thinking.
I would be willing to agree to that. He looks over towards... Oh, go ahead.
Keep it going.
No, please go ahead.
No, it's gone now. Farewell.
No, a solid what? Please.
A solid business deal.
Holds out his hand for a shake.
Shake.
Good talk. What did you come here to discuss with Flynn, anyway?
No, the kid. I just want him to, I don't want to be in charge of someone who fucking risks their life for no pointless reason.
His eyebrows go up? Oh.
Listen. He was running around like a chicken with his head cut off last time. If he's gonna keep on doing that, he can do it in front of 2.
You mean his penchant for going in front?
Security's here for a reason, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. I would argue that. Not argue. I agree with you. I would say it seemed that he was excited.
Excited enough to, put himself and the rest of us at risk. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say he was excited.
Terran on a Terran ship. What more do you expect?
Better. I expect better. There were plenty of other Terrans on that crew that didn't throw themselves on the line of fire for no reason.
I agree. Though I will say it is some of the most initiative I've seen from him in a sizable time.
It would be nice if we could take the bull by the reins some other way than that.
Or perhaps not at all.
You want him to give up?
I want him to find ways to express himself that doesn't endanger myself, yourself, and everyone else in the surrounding area. I think that's a valid thing to want.
I can't argue with you there. As a matter of
Sure.
fact, looks over towards the door. Come in, kid. I can see you there.
Ha!
Wait, is there a window in the door? What?
Absolutely, of course there is. There's windows all over the
For,
place.
for the purpose of this RP,
Yes.
No, I wanted him to stay there for a little bit longer and let it soak in.
Oh.
Damn it.
Foolish. You think I won't say this to your face? Come, come.
We're honest gentlemen here.
Mm-hmm.
I could feel the awkwardness because he knows he's fucked up too.
You just gonna stand around out there all day? Come.
No, hold on. I'm gathering myself as a player. Hold on.
Okay.
No worries, no worries. Also, sorry, Khan, that it kind of looped back into our previous RP a little bit there.
That was not a bad thing. That's pretty good.
That's how conversations work.
Exactly. We bring up what we've talked about before. It's a good thing.
Okay.
Okay. I hate this feeling. I hate having the feelings of my character.
okay. It's okay, embody it,
It's
embody
alright.
it.
It's okay.
Dread
Walks
gifted.
in. He slowly opens the door and like slowly creeps in. Not like creeps in, but he's like, he walks in.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening. It's Finn, so then it'd be Flynn.
Good evening, Flynn. Ram says very knowingly.
Hannah takes a drink of his spiked water.
You spiked your. I didn't even notice. Ew.
Yeah, he spiked his
water?
fucking water.
He's disgusting. We don't pay attention to him.
Disgusting. Okay.
You want to sit down, have a drink?
I don't drink.
Probably smart.
Neither do I. He says as he walks over and puts the alcohol on top of your desk.
Okay. I would really appreciate it if you didn't put stuff on my desk.
There's already a robot on it.
I mean, I'm working on that, but
But go on.
I'm just working on it. Will then go to his desk. He will take the alcohol, walk over to Hannah's desk, put it on his desk, and walk back.
Ram's
Oh,
just
Just
like
Hannah's desk.
watching ping pong eyes.
Hannah just kind of expectantly looks over at Ram, like when you're talking about a kid
Mm-hmm.
and then they come in and display that very behavior you're talking about and like the parent looks over to the other parent and is like, see?
Ram just like, yep. Alright, how much
Feel
did
the
you hear?
awkwardness.
How much did you hear?
Almost all of it.
Well, I guess we better fill you in on the parts you missed out on. You're too reckless. Listen. I get what it's like to see something new and exciting and go out. You want to go out the front and you want to...
I mean, it was exciting, but I was also panicking, but...
See some new things and you want to panic. Alright, you were panicking?
No, it was dead bodies. Dead bodies had me.
The dead bodies? So what did you want to do? Contribute to them?
No, okay. I wasn't thinking straight.
Yeah, that's for sure. Listen, I said it once, you should stay behind me. I said it twice, you went in front of me. I said it 3 times. That's too many.
I mean, I did back up when you told me to.
And then you went forward again. Listen. Backing up once, fine, but you gotta stay backed up. I've got a brat running around duckling at my heels half the time and she listens better than you. I'm not saying you're not capable. I'm saying when there's somebody more capable who's been hired for the exact thing that you're there doing, you should let them take care of their job and not put yourself and your crewmates in needless danger.
Seconded.
And I'll stay out of your way when you're doing gestures at Robbie, your job. But I need you to listen to me when I'm trying to do mine.
Thoughts, comments, concerns?
I get that, and I'm sorry. I shouldn't have.
Like, scratches the back of his neck. It's fine. Just shape up. We won't have an issue.
Okay. I will remember this for next time. If there is a next time, which probably will happen because of things. But
we're planet bound. There will be a next time.
There's always a next time. This is a salvage ship, but we're still, as Hannah would put it, on the wrong side of the law.
Smiles.
Yeah.
Answer truthfully if you're willing, Flynn. Do you handle stress poorly?
Yes.
You should talk to Lauren about that.
I already do.
But it hasn't helped?
It helps sometimes.
It didn't help us in that.
It was kind of the first time seeing them at a, that was really, Just brought back some things, it's fine.
You don't want to talk about it?
Not particularly. He says as he starts absently minding, like starts working on Robbie, like as he's talking.
Rem like looks up to the ceiling, like praying for patience.
You're among acquaintances.
And isn't that something? We've been on this ship together how long? And we're acquaintances.
Who's he giving that sass to?
To Finn.
Oh, okay.
It's not like it's just I don't. want to talk about it. It's just personal. It's not you guys. It's me. It's really personal.
Well, none of my business then.
If it's any consolation, I think it was most people's first time seeing that many bodies free floating in space.
Can't say everybody was unaffected, right?
I agree.
I guess I just handled it a bit worse than anybody else.
Oh, poor Finn.
Don't beat yourself up. You just...
But you did.
But you did. But that just means next time you'll be more prepared, right?
Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
Right. Alright, if you're not talking, I'm out. Good talk.
Alright,
Pat Tanner on the shoulder as he goes past.
We'll pat the hand. Good talk, Ram.
Good
We'll
talk.
discuss later.
As
And,
always.
before you leave,
Mm.
he kind of leans back in his chair. I apologize for my assumption. I was incorrect.
No need for apologies, Doc. You weren't entirely wrong. But, nods his
Ah,
head.
good.
Same here.
Alright, well, good talk then, Tata. Don't bring your little creature here.
Don't let her in the door, I swear to God.
It was locked. I don't know. Did you lock it, Finn?
I always lock it.
Barricade
It's
it.
locked.
Barricade the vents.
That sounds like a you job. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
What?
You seem confused, Flynn.
Well, if I barricade the fence, then Lauren can't come in here.
A valid point. He just continues to work after that.
Awkwardly starts working. Just a very awkward silence.
It's like a half awkward silence because I imagine Finn's feeling the awkwardness, but Hana feels nothing.
Yeah, he's just there.
He just continues to sip his alcohol. You sure you didn't want any?
I don't drink. I try not to drink.
Alcoholic tendencies?
I don't really like having my inhibitions present.
Well, that's why you don't drink enough to get tipsy. Well, I suppose if you don't drink at all, you wouldn't know your limits.
Exactly.
Good for you. Never start.
Well, okay. I guess you'll just continue working.
Probably good to call RP there then.
Yeah.
Unless you want to keep going.
I mean, if you want to keep going, I don't know how to keep it going. He's just gonna sit there and not talk, do his work.
Given that this is pre-combo for them, Hana probably wouldn't have tried to keep going. Like he probably would have yammered on about the turrets and such. Well, actually, you know what? 1 second. Let me roll to see how fucking awful this man is right now.
Because this is taking place before they go into the
Yeah.
or no, is this
while
is
the
while
bug
during
is
the
still
hour
being
drift
fixed.
or whatever?
This
Sorry,
is-
Connor.
No, sorry.
This takes place after we're working on junking the first ship.
Okay.
And so let's see how. Okay.
Those are
Wow.
D10s.
Those
are
really
D10s.
nice- I was gonna say those are some really nice rolls.
Yeah, fucking rip that. Could have used those.
Those are nice.
Oh,
Well.
what?
1 success.
Okay.
And Finn is also Terran tech boy.
He's staring tech boy. He says, after some silence, probably a good amount of time, he will say, You did understand what Ram had to say, correct?
Yeah.
It comes from a valid place. You were near the front.
I didn't really,
Realize.
yeah. That.
It happens from time to time. Adrenaline is a very interesting drug that introduces itself to our system when under duress.
Yeah,
Are you used to panic?
What?
Are you used to panicking?
No.
Okay. General good rule of thumb, if you are, take a couple steps back, do not go towards the thing of which is making you stressed, and breathe. Generally, I've found deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth can be helpful, but there are times where it will not cut it.
Thank you, Hannah.
You're welcome. At that, he would leave it.
Yeah, just silence.
Fucking God in the comments. Come on, Finn.
Do it! Do it! I'm cheering you on.
I'm glad. I'm both disappointed and glad that it didn't get too aggro.
Hey.
Sooner or later it's gonna happen. I want it to happen eventually.
Well, he can snap, but he doesn't have to snap yet. Make it a build.
Yeah, it'll come. It'll come.
Mm-hmm.
He'll come.
Besides, Ram isn't gonna, like, be full-on aggressive at you, don't worry.
I love Ram's. His outlook is really great, where he's like, I will shit talk you right to your face.
That's fantastic.
And once again, fucking Ram and Hannah are on the front foot.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
God, these two.
So, Lauren,
Yes.
or I think Lauren would actually know almost everything at this point.
Okay.
All the retcons that I've made.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the retcons? What are you doing over there, bud?
I've morphed the backstory for a lot since the first iteration.
Oh, I see. Well done, okay. It's gonna be fun. Anyway, I guess that's at RP. I will stop the recording.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Thank you for that.
Sweet XP.
Thank you for the RP.